What's up, everybody? Ryan Miguel Mariano here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, it's been quite a while since we have uploaded a video on War Commander. Last one being the video with the Outback base, now to do it in free repair for low levels. At this time, I'm going to show you a pretty already irrelevant video, but still coming as a special request from one of my friends who's just starting to play War Commander. I'll go ahead and make him and make everybody else a video on how to do a challenge for base, the medal base, in free repair, or at least almost free repair, because this strategy is pretty much hit and miss. Sometimes you may get a correct one, and sometimes you may not get a correct one. I mean, sometimes you may get free repair, and sometimes you may not get free repair. Anyway, I'll walk you through the strategy. So, first of all, let's talk about the tech items that we're going to need. So, for Martin, I'm not gonna recommend anything for Martin because even level 1 Martin would do. Level 1 Martin without any tech. The reason why I want to pick Martin instead of Envoy so that is because Martin fires missiles that split before impact. So, that should deal some pretty good damage as well. That's why I chose Martin. Plus, Martin is already a hero, so if you lose him, accidentally get him killed, it's gonna take around an hour. Whereas the Envoy might take more than 2 hours or so. And then the other one is going to be the Aces. So the Aces will have just pretty much the same tech, the only difference being the Napalm payload and the heavy payload. So for the first setup, actually, this one is my ace is already level 20, so I have a complete setup here. But you don't really need this one yet. The swap wings free. That'll just be for improvements. So, what I would recommend installing on your aces is a napalm payload tech. Of course, I'd recommend getting that max, but if you don't have it maxed yet, that's alright. Then, quick release training. Quick release training is going to increase your reload speed, which is a very good thing. I'd recommend maxing out the napalm tech first, then following it with the heavy payload tech and then the quick release training. Now, you can fit two tech items, a capacity of 1000 on the workshop with level 6, with a level 6 ace, so that should be fine. But if you don't have it, I'd recommend getting the napalm tech first. We've also had these heavy payload tech, which increases splash damage. The napalm tech creates fire damage, which will continuously deal fire damage for a few seconds. And we'll also have the heavy payload, which increases the splash radius. Now, the napalm tech is going to be useful for the commandos that will come out of the watchtowers and the bunkers. While this heavy payload is gonna do much of the splash damage. So there'll be a larger AoE for their ace bombs. So I think that should clear up the confusion now. And by the way, if you're going to ask how many of these units are we gonna need, we'll only need 3 shock missiles. I put 6 because I'm gonna make a walkthrough and then I'm gonna make a complete video. I mean a complete run without any talks. So we're gonna need 8 aces. 4 of them is going to be equipped with the napalm tech, and the other 4 is gonna be equipped with heavy payload. Now, I'd recommend having 8, but if you don't have 8 aces yet, you'll be fine, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take a little longer repair time. Now, if you're asking, Ryan, how am I supposed to get 8 aces? Well, I have a previous video about how to take, how to earn medals using Devout and Augurs. You can look it up on my channel. That should cover up at least some of the questions that you can raise. Or you can just simply ask some of your friends to help you out. Anyway, there's still a lot of people out there in War Commander that's going to be able to help you. Alright, so before we get started, let's first find a challenge 4 base. Alright, so there's a challenge 4 base there. Now here's the image of the game, I mean of the map, of the base that we're going to hit. And I'm going to explain how we're going to do it. So first of all, we're going to deploy Martin. Martin's going to be deployed from here, at this point here. Then you're going to let him move all the way at the edge of the map so that he'll avoid most of the fire. Most of the fire that will be fired up upon him. So there's a little more than that right over to this place here. The Martin's gonna crawl all the way at the edge of the map up to this point here, this point right there. Alright, let's fix that one. This point right here, where Martin's our orange aura, where it specifies his max range, will be in range with this bastion, because this missile bastion here is the one that won't allow you to launch any missiles. So you're going to hit this one with Martin. Now Martin's gonna fire 2 missiles. You're gonna let Martin fire 2 missiles. He's gonna take fire from this howler here, but it's alright. Just ignore the howler. Now once Martin has fired 2 missiles, you can immediately press retreat. The missile will instantly destroy this bastion and the overdrive power plant on overdrive, which will do a splash damage on this one and surrounding units and buildings. Alright, let's clean that up now, and I'll do the ace attack. Now after that, after Martin has retreated, we can proceed with launching missiles. So here's how the launching missiles are going to work. The launching missile, first missile you're going to launch is going to be the rightmost side, because that's where you're going to start a strafing run. The rightmost side is the heavy flak. That's your first target for the first missile. Then the second target for the second missile is going to be these 2 hunter missiles. You're going to have to center it out so that you'll splash at both of them. Because if you go it all the way mostly to the edge, one of them is definitely not gonna get shocked. Now the shock effect's mostly gonna take around 45 seconds or so. That'll be plenty of time. And then the third one, third target is going to be the flag at the left side of the base. Now, before you launch the third missile on this flag here, you're gonna have to deploy the aces right here. Deploy the aces and then set them on a path. Alright, let's use red again. Deploy the aces right here on this part, and then you'll move them all the way to the right edge of the map as the second missile is being deployed. Now, as you can see, this sandstorm right here is moving to this area here all the way there, and then back again over here. So what you're gonna do is that you could still launch the missile at any time, even if the sandstorm is moving left and right. But before you send in the aces for a strafing run, you're gonna want to wait this sandstorm to be right here. Regardless of going to the right or going to the left, you need to get the sandstorm to be right here, right in front of the Overwatch turret, so that if you've got, once the sandstorm is right here, it could either move to the right or move to the left. Now, the point there is that so that when you get the aces for a strafing run, you'll get clear of these bunkers. These bunkers are gonna be your primary targets because these are pesky bunkers. They are full with those commandos. They'll shoot your aces down. So you're gonna have to get these bunkers clear, because if the sandstorms interfere with your way, you're gonna definitely miss the bunkers, and the aces will target the sandstorm. So alright, enough of that explanation. So now let's begin. So the aces are right here on this point. They are rotating. Now the missile has made the impact. Once the sandstorms reach this point here and in front of the Overwatch, you will go ahead with a bombing run. Send the aces in to target the first flak turret, and then right before the aces are about to drop bombs, when the aces are dropping bombs now, immediately click onto these bunkers because the aces will immediately change the direction onto these bunkers, and then when the aces are just about to reach overhead, are just about to be overhead these bunkers, they'll drop bombs, and then just go ahead and click them in on a sequence. So that's the first one you're gonna target, and the second one, the third one, the fourth, and then the fifth. Now after the fifth bunker, you're gonna go ahead and target this heavy flak here because it's gonna immediately lose the shock. But before that happens, you're gonna drop some bombs on this heavy flak, and then go ahead and target this Overwatch turret with the blue support turret, the fortification one, and then go ahead and hit back at these hunter missiles because definitely one of them is not gonna get hit, or one of them is gonna get damaged but not completely destroyed. And after that, you're gonna go ahead and hit this rocket silo here so that you'll splash damage these power plants that will have also splash damage. You'll kill this one and this one, and then after that you'll go ahead and target this bunker right here so that you'll clear it out of the commandos, and then target this Tesla. Now always click on the Tesla. Be careful of the sandstorm because it's going to block your vision. So always click on the targets. After hitting the Tesla, hit this commando. And if it happened that this heavy flak's still alive, you should go ahead and hit this flak again. And after hitting this flak, go back around quickly. Go ahead and hit this go-go bar. The splash damage will hit this. The splash damage will get this power plant to blow up, crippling this one and this flying turret here. Then go ahead, hit the radio tower. It'll splash. Oh, wrong choice. Then you go ahead and hit the radio tower, where it will splash the commando right here, and then hit these commandos as well. You'll get them splashed, and then go ahead immediately to this heavy flak here, just in case if that heavy flak is still alive, and then you can proceed with cleaning them up. Alright, so that should clear things up. Let's go ahead and begin. Now, these metal bases have some pretty much challenge to them, but they're pretty easy if you cancel the war production. So, war production's gonna release them some pretty horrible units, like the Seeker and the Sphinx, and I don't know what infantry is gonna be released here. Alright, let's press attack. Now the way to cancel the war production is to just simply press attack, and once the base is loaded, you just hit end attack. And the war production is instantly cancelled, and you won't have any headaches with the Seekers anymore. So alright, so let's go ahead get back in and attack it. Now this video is pretty pointless now because everybody can do pretty much anything to get this base to free repair, but I'm just gonna show you my strategy. It's pretty much good enough to share with everybody else. So now let's deploy the Martin. Click it to go all the way to the very bottom, and then once he's there, click all the way, get him all the way to the edge, to the left edge of the map, so that he can avoid fire. Just leave these nightmares alone because it's alright. They can't even hit a thing with those pretty long arcs. Just get Martin all the way to the very edge of the map. Keep them there. And watch for this orange aura here. And then just let the Howler keep firing. Let Martin target this bastion now. Let him fire 2 missiles. Once the second missile is fired, you can retreat. Alright, that's it. The planet's now destroyed. We can go ahead with the missiles now. Go ahead and launch. Now make sure Ruby is off here, otherwise your units are gonna be going on wild, attacking on their own. Make sure Ruby is off. Alright, so go ahead, second missile, center it on the two hunters so that you won't have any problems. Alright, so the sandstorm's moving back now to the Overwatch. We can launch the third missile. Sandstorm should be right over here when the missile impacts. Should be good. Now we got 3 seconds. We could go ahead with the aces now. Okay, I got only one ace moving. Forgot it. Alright, let's get the all 8 aces now moving. And be careful. And then once the bombs are dropped, go ahead, target the bunkers. You'll drop sequentially, and then go ahead, target the heavy flak down there. Then the missiles, then the rocket silo, the bunker, and then the heavy flak. I mean the Tesla, and then the commando, then the heavy flak, then the go-go bar, radio tower, then these tanks. Then you just clean them up. But if you still have the heavy flak here, you're gonna have to go over there, then target these floating units, and then just pretty much clean it up. You just have to clean up the base. Now I made the really bad mistake there by deploying the ace prematurely. I mean deploying, only sending in one ace to attack, so definitely that's not free repair anymore. But that's how you do the base. And that's pretty much mistake, but let's go ahead and do it later. I mean do it again. I'm just gonna go in and get it repaired, as well as get my margin repaired, and I'll show you directly what to do. It's 9 minutes. Not terrible. Let's just coin it ahead. Still got a lot of coins here. Alright, so that's it. We've got it coined. Let's go ahead and hit the second one. So on the second one, I'm not gonna talk that much now, so that we could get focused, and I'll just let you guys watch along. Now, this one is going to be a speed run. Now you could do it speed runs, take it around less than 2 minutes or so. I mean less than 3 minutes or so. It's really fun. Not until you, of course, have got all the medals and have already had all the units in the tech. It's pretty much boring to do this, but it's still fun. Yes, it's still free repair. But if you do the speed run, then it's not free repair anymore, because you're not gonna be stopping the free repairs. And mind you, this one is pretty much a hit and miss strategy. If you make a single mistake, like you go slow, you're gonna have around 7 minutes or so repairs. Alright, so I missed the power plant there. Alright, so missiles. If you're pretty much going this one quick, then you should be able to get it in free repair. Alright, so let's target these ones. The shock effect on these turrets lasts, I think, about 30 seconds or even more than that. I'm not pretty sure, but still a pretty good perk. Let's check if we got the aces selected. Alright, we got good. Alright, go ahead and then go for the strafing run. All you've gotta do is just keep these aces going in, so that we won't receive much damage. All we're just doing now is just clearing up stuff. Now these These commandos are pretty annoying to work with, so sometimes it's gonna be a hit and miss, sometimes it's a free repair, sometimes it's not. And that's it. That's how you do it. Let's go ahead and check over to my base. How much repair time we get. And yeah, 5 minutes and 14 seconds. So that's 14 seconds. That should be enough time for you to go ahead and build shock missiles. And then just in time for you to wait a few seconds and then hit it. It should be free repair. Now, this is the situation for a level 20 ace and fully custom. Now, if you're lower level than 10, I won't guarantee. I can't guarantee you'll get a free repair, but still, we're talking about around 8 minutes or 10 minutes or so. Now, if you want to keep medals rolling, you could still go ahead and hit challenge 3 bases while waiting for your aces to get repaired. You could go ahead and hit challenge 3 bases using my strategy of Devouts and Ogre, which I had a video on my channel. You just go ahead and look it up. And then that's just to keep the medals flowing. But if you go ahead and opt for speedrun though, I you're gonna get some pretty long repair time at 10 minutes per base at worst and around 7 minutes at its best. Those can stack up, but if you play it on stages, you're not gonna really play it all the time, so you might wanna go ahead and take a quick break every time. That should do. And that's pretty much it. That's how you do it. I apologize for the pretty long wait time. I mean for the pretty long video, but I hope everything I've discussed in this video should be enough to help you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So, if you like this video, give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, but you can also smash the dislike button if you dislike this video. Anyways, I'm planning on my next video to release a video about the mighty devouts and the usefulness that we have got with them, especially when paired with the faction bonus. And I'll be looking at it, do it at the earliest possible convenience that I can. And guys, I hope you enjoyed my content and I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe and God bless to each and everyone. Bye bye.